Welcome back to our show, your show, Let's Talk Stocks. Of course, we're continuing our discussion on financial independence, and we're therefore talking with the experts. Who is more positioned to talk to you about financial independence than Miss Rose Miller, Manager of Strategic Empowerment Programs at Jane Foundation. Welcome, Rose.
Thank you, Neilson.
I like that title, Strategic Empowerment, and we're
Yes.
talking about financial independence, therefore empowering people.
That's correct.
You're the
You
right
have to have a
person.
strategy.
But financial independence, what is it in your own mind? What does it look like?
I think, Neilson, I would want to move it from my own mind to what actually works.
Yes.
And most experts agree that financial independence is achieved once you're able to have enough savings, enough investment, enough passive income, and all of that to take care of your expenses without depending on a regular income from a regular job, you know? So you have attained financial independence when that happens.
Because you don't have to be depending on a 9-to-5
Regular
living paycheck
salary,
to paycheck.
yes. Yes.
Well, it seems you've answered the second question, which really is, what are the basics that one should have in place to say I have attained financial independence, if it's at all attainable?
It is attainable, and not just elsewhere, but also here. You know, but you really do need to know what are the basics, what are the various strategies. So let's talk a little about that. I would want to start with your setting goals. And those goals would also include, when do I want to attain financial independence? You know, what kind of lifestyle do I want during this independence? Because that is going to drive how much you actually need.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, so you set your goals, and your goals must include some of those. It's also very important for us to ramp up our financial education because we want to be able to spot opportunities from way down the road. And that happens when you have your financial antennas way up.
Yes, knowledge.
Then we also, knowledge, pursue it daily, you know, because this area of finances is very wide.
Yes.
You know, you will never know everything about it. And then that will teach you how to utilize the various tools that you can use to attain financial independence. And you might ask, what are those tools? Yes. Right. So the first tool we want to put out there is you must learn how to budget properly. And budgeting is going to include things like your emergency fund, your saving, and so on. So master the art of budgeting. That's tool number one.
Yes.
And then you must save. Incrementally, you must set something aside. There is the saying, pay yourself first. And it actually means put something aside for you. You have worked hard, so pay yourself. Instead of paying the landlord and the bank, and pay yourself first, so you actually have something being accumulated over time. And as you budget, we also want you to use, going a little back to budgeting, we also want you to use what we term the 10-10-80 formula. Now, there are many formulas out there, but we work with the 10-10-80.
10-10-80 formula.
And you know what a formula is. If you want to successfully do something, you use the formula, try, test it, proven, and you're on your way. All right, so 10%, we're going to pay ourselves first, right?
Right.
So that's our first 10%.
The next 10?
Next 10%, you would not believe what the formula says about that 10%. Want to guess?
Interesting. Want to hear it.
You don't want to guess. You want me to tell you.
Waiting to hear with bated breath.
So that 10%, we're going to give it away. I know that would cause your jaw to drop. Yes. We're going to give it away.
Okay.
Take a second or two to digest that.
Yes. I've never heard that one before.
All right.
So 10 we put on, save 10.
We're going to give away 10, yes. And that might mean your tithe, that might mean just charitable organizations or so on, you know, because you understand that charity plays a huge role in society.
It does.
Somebody has to pay it, eh? Okay. And then it's the 80% that you're going to use to take care of all your expenses.
Wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
And many would say, but that's not enough. Yes, we agree, that's not enough. That's why
So you might still need to improve the earnings so that you can...
So that's where I'm going to go next.
All right.
So look out for opportunities to increase your stream of income. We must, if we're thinking financial independence. It's not going to happen with a 9-to-5 in a hurry. So look out for opportunities to improve your streams of income. And because we are humans and we only have so much time and so much energy, we're talking about passive income in this space. And there are so many opportunities for passive income. So many. You want me to talk about a few of those?
Let's talk about the passive income, because if there are so many opportunities, how come more Jamaicans are not seeing that passive income?
Some people are seeing the light, but it's going to take some time. But there are a lot of persons who are seeing the light and moving forward. And congrats on doing a program like this, because it is exchanges like this that more people are going to know that, hold on, whoa, you mean I can achieve that too? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. All right, so some of our passive income, we want to start with the internet. Wow.
The internet?
Yes.
So we on the internet every day, Facebook, WhatsApp.
It's not just about chat. It's not about TikTok and stuff like that. It's about finding ways where you can build your capacity, firstly. So if there's a gap in knowledge or whatever, you can actually utilize the internet to improve yourself, so that you can acquire new skills, you become more marketable, and all of that. So we want to start there.
All right.
And then let's talk about the e-commerce that's possible on the internet. That's a huge one. And it is so wide that most people can find something there for them to do to acquire passive income. And then we know the regular, I'm at the stock exchange, so I could never not say purchase stocks. I probably would not leave here. But yes, you can purchase equities or stocks, another word for equities, and get dividend from stocks that you purchase, improve the, get capital gain because the price of the stock has gone up. So there's that also. And there real estate as well. That's something that a lot of people are getting the vibes where that is concerned. So they are going into Airbnb, they are purchasing stocks related to real estate on the market. Because if you think that, well, I'd really like to get into real estate, but we don't have the money.
You don't have the capital outlay.
You don't have the capital outlay, right? You don't have to think of purchasing a property. That's awesome if you can, but you can also purchase stocks and be part of that as well.
Yes.
What else can we do in terms of passive income? Oh, the creative people are ahead of the game here.
Oh, yes,
you know, if you have innovations and all of that, passive income. You can write a book. Man, money keeps coming in. So passive income is one of the big ways to get to financial independence, because as we say, 9-to-5, it's not going to happen in a hurry.
Not going to happen. All right. So you pointed out some very interesting things that people haven't always looked at. But what I hear by and large is that it's not a one-size-fits-all.
It is not.
It doesn't look the same way for everybody.
Of course not. Financial independence definitely does not look the same way for everybody. And that is because nobody gets the opportunity to determine how you live your financial independent life. That's very personal, just something like your budget, you know?
Yes.
Everybody's budget is going to be different. You determine what your independence looks like. And so you might not be like the Bill Gates and the Lee Chins and so on. That's kind of the gold standard.
Yes. Premium.
So, premium. So that's not what we're talking about at all. If that's the lifestyle you want, then you better be putting things in place, strategies in place, so you can achieve that lifestyle. You know, if that's what independence means to you. Then there are others, like those people in the FIRE movement. Ever heard of them?
No, not the FIRE
Yes, those
movement.
are the people who, it's financial independence, retire early.
Oh.
So they have
Okay.
determined that working until 60, 65, that's not for me.
That's not for them at all.
No, I'm going to retire in my 30s or before. And so independence is going to look very different
For those
for
people.
those people. But they have determined that this is what I want to do. This is going to be my lifestyle, my independence. And so they have strategized to make sure that that happens. And remember the definition we gave? Once you're able to have sufficient saving, investment, passive income to cover your expenses without depending on a regular job,
9-to-5
you
job.
are financially independent. And so those FIRE people,
Is that really attainable in this Jamaican economy?
it is. Not easy, not easy, but these things that we're talking about are not confined to our global citizens out there. It is also here.
I like the FIRE movement that you put in the discussion, because the question is, how early should one start then to prepare oneself to achieve this financial independence? Should it be, when I really get into the job, or when I get the increased pay, and or pass the big exams and get the promotion? How early should I really start?
Do you know you can start as young as you want?
Really?
And this is where, this is where parents have a huge role to play.
Okay.
A lot of our very wealthy people, they get set up from parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So their parents have portfolios for them as they grow, and then they just tap into it when they are able to. There was this young girl at church, and she would be selling like sweets every now and again. And we asked her, "What is it that you want to do with this money?" She said she wanted to buy a house.
Oh.
This was a child, not even 10.
She
A
is
lot of
starting on
mindset.
that goal.
A lot of mindset. And as a matter of fact, that's one of the things that Warren Buffett will tell you. And Warren Buffett, he have more money than him know what to do with. He will tell you he started investing early.
Very early.
The earlier you start, the better. And as you know, you don't need a whole heap of money.
No.
You just hear IPO going down $1 each. You read it up and it's okay. Yeah,
Talk to your
$1,000,
investment
$2,000.
advisor.
Yeah,
You
and you
invest.
start and you gradually build your portfolio. Gradually, very often, you put something, you add something to the portfolio.
Would you say for the country, the island of Jamaica, that it's better to have more people who are financially independent?
Without a doubt. In fact, Jamaica is waiting on its citizens to get this message. Because it's going to be so important for the country. The country, just like in your own personal situation, if you are financially independent,
Yes.
you're gone clear, right?
Absolutely.
Same thing for the country. When we have more people who understand this and are actually working towards it, then the country is going to benefit big time. Because it means that our people understand the value of saving and investing.
What would you say to the persons who say, well, on my salary, I can't afford to save anything?
Not true.
Is that a reality?
No. We all have money to save. It's just that we don't know it.
We all have money to save.
We all have money to save.
The little girl in the BPO.
Yes, we all have money to save. Because if we don't do that, Neilson, what's going to happen to us? If we have this mindset 10, 20, 30 years, and we still maintain this mindset, what's going to happen?
The issue, therefore, is the mindset and the garnering of the knowledge.
The knowledge,
Yes.
utilizing it, going after things and strategies and whatever will allow you. There's no place for laziness, right?
Absolutely.
Absolute productivity, increasing your knowledge, utilizing that knowledge, knowing how to use the tools, delaying some gratification, not wasting money. There is no space for wasting of resources.
Absolutely.
No space at all. Every dollar must be working very hard for you.
Yeah. There's this new term, generational wealth. That's making the rounds these days.
Making the rounds.
people generally see it as the rich man leaving something for his kids. But is it possible that somebody who may not have had wealth could begin that process of creating generational wealth by doing the things that you spoke about, and building up for the next generation to achieve that financial independence, even if I don't achieve it?
Love that. Love that. And that is so, so, so true. We have to get there. I spoke already about some persons that make sure that their children have equity portfolios. That's a part of that, you know. But if you're not in that space, your family is not wealthy, you can start. You can get the knowledge, you can start, and you can not just get the knowledge, you can action the knowledge, and then you can share the knowledge. In those family meetings, get everybody on the same page. Give them the vision, plant it, so that they will know, hold on, yeah man, it's time this family come out of poverty. We're tired of the poverty around this place, you know? But it is possible. And another thing that you can also use, and I omitted to mention it earlier as one of the tools, because we're traveling very fast, is actually insurance. Many of our people, they are not into insurance because they think it's thief in business. People, insurance is one of the vital tools we can use to get to financial independence. And many of us would just love for one of those insurance companies to call us to say, please come and collect a check because so-and-so had you as a beneficiary and they have passed. Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah. Indeed. And you just collect your $2 million check and you move on.
I'm waiting on my call.
So we can actually use insurance to pass on, to transfer wealth to the next generation. And we should keep our eyes on improving each generation when it comes to our financial independence. You know, we can't just, my generation poor, next one poor. No, we have to break the cycle.
Cycle has to be broken.
Yes, and it can be broken, even in Jamaica here.
Yeah. Rose, I want to thank you very much for coming and sharing with us. As we look to wrap, what would you want to leave on the minds of the viewer?
Every Jamaican has a part to play. Every Jamaican can save. Every Jamaican can work towards that. Every Jamaican can pass on the knowledge. And every Jamaican can action the knowledge you glean from in the financial space. I want you to learn something new every single day. There's a whole lot to learn when it comes to the matter of money and finances. It is a mindset, and we need to change our mindsets if we think we are born poor and we're going to die poor. There is no such thing. And I say to especially my young people, you have no reason to be poor. Yes, I said that. Let me repeat it. You have no reason to be poor, even if you are born poor. There are just too many opportunities available now for you to move out of that state. So you have no reason to be poor. Get out there and make it happen. And after you have garnered the knowledge, do share the knowledge so that we can have a movement of persons who are heading towards financial independence. Jamaica is going to be much better off for it.
I could not have said it better. Rose Miller, and that's why she's the manager in charge of economic empowerment. I tell you, you have no reason not to be financially independent.